Not on my level, dog. Ain't no way at all. Your money way too small. I'll knock your head off. You ain't fucking with me. You ain't fucking with me. Ain't no way at all. Check it. I'ma make this very clearly, make my words legendary. I don't want no rats around me singing songs like Mary. Niggas like bitches waiting on the tooth fairy, but pop up at their door, they start acting all scary. You was popping on the text, so popping up was necessary. You claiming you get money, but need help with commissary. The boys say they get money, but to me that sound leery. So filing rapid refunds every February. The way she made me chase her for the Coochie, Tom and Jerry. Then when Rambo on the stick made ice cream like Ben and Jerry. We fell in love with the chick, she fell in love with the dick. When she called me, I ignore her, then the text coming quick. Ain't got no time for no funny shit, I'm trying to make my money flip. Like make it 176, building a block, making us rich. I'ma share this very gift and fulfill your every wish. We gon' hit a home run with every request on this list. This is hood economics, basic training out this bitch. This the life of Peyton for Alpo, Ace and Mitch. Yeah, I'm eating good, never traded, never switched. That's the reason why I'm eating good, cause I never quit. We out in Puerto Rico making $1 million flicks with some Spanish and some Asian broad trying to bag my chick. One ain't had no butt, so you know that ain't gon' fit the other one. She looked good but kept on running at the lips. Conversation went too long, so welcome to an episode, another episode of the Bay vs. Bay show. And I got my crew here with me, so it's not really the Bay. This is Bay and the gang, you know what I mean? No OG shit. This is Bay and the gang. I got Gene right here with me, right to the left. I got my nigga C Stylez right here in the middle. And I got my man Mike Raw, the black entrepreneur. You see how that shit come together? The black entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? So we in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? And it's, of course, your boy Bay, and we in here just tripping. We just talking about, you know, funny-ass stuff that I don't know if he caught some of it. I'm glad to be here. I got my gang in here with me, and we got another part 2 of the episode from the last time we was in business talking about some real deep shit. There was a lot of stuff going on. I'm glad I got my man C Stylez in here to add and to contribute to what we was already talking about. So I'm going to just jump right into it since we got, you know, an hour or a little bit more than an hour to get into it. Let me hurry up because I got a BBL. I mean, I know I'm just joking.
Oh, pause. You got a BBL?
No. I said I had a BBL waiting on me.
Hey, yeah.
I said I had a BBL waiting on me. I ain't want to say that because my girl might think I'm serious about that BBL waiting on me shit. So I tried to say BBL. Then I cut the wait part so she don't, you know. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be Bay if I don't crack a joke or two. So, you know, how you take it, use how you take it. But one way, you know, I ain't no nigga talking about, I got a BBL. What the fuck, nigga? Fuck no, nigga. Fuck this nigga talking about, you got a BBL. No, I'm addicted to them, but I don't never need to have one. You know, there's some other shit. But I'm going to flip the script right now, and I asked them a question, so I'm going to jump right in it, right? So I asked them, should good sex matter more than having a person who just looks good and nice to you? Should good sex matter more? So let me rephrase that. What I mean by that is, should good sex matter more than a person having average sex that look good? Average sex, but she look, damn, yo, you got a baddie, C Style. Yo, Gene, yo, she bad. You about to wife that? I don't know, dog. Sex average. What? I mean, we know. So I had to ask y'all that shit, you know. Not that I'm going through that, because shout out to my baby, that's A1 sex. It's pornography. It's the best of the best. You ain't got shit to worry about. I fucks her to death. Okay, I dicks down to the ground, 16 rounds or more. It's hardcore. It's Little Kim with Foxy and me all rolled into one. It's like I'm fucking 2 butts at the same time. So I ain't got nothing to worry about on my end. My shit is good. But I asked these questions because I did have a chick, Gene, been over the crib before. I put everybody on blast. You shouldn't have been fucking with me then. Now I'm about to expose you. We was out there and we was living together and the sex was average. It was Arizona. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit you puff and be like, what's this?
Well, you lucky I like you because I don't really like the sex. But, you know, I dealt with the chick because I seen the other potentials and I stayed with her. I even had Gene come over and he watched it in the movie theater, in the crib and all of that. It was luxury, but the pussy was average. And the treatment was good. But I asked y'all, could y'all tolerate average Arizona sex from a nice looking person versus real good sex like I got now from Ben? Or average Arizona but good looking and treat you all right?
Me, I prefer, you know, good, not good sex though, but you know, I prefer like the total package. I put it like that.
Okay.
'Cause I had a joint named Anatisha. Shout out to the light skin, slim thick.
Shout out to Slim Thick Anatisha.
You dig? I'm about to get it in.
Anatisha. Yo, Diamond Street Project, shout out.
So you ever have a shorty, whatever color she is, look like skinny but got a nice little ass, like how them bitches be when they in the bikini and shit, made a summer jam, shaking the booty, playing with the beach balls and shit. So I was popping her and shit, and then she kept like, hey, hold on. She couldn't take the dick. She said that shit too long. I'm like, what the fuck? You fucking my game up. So you know, I had to like, you know, like do it slow. Like, you know how you got a virgin, you got to break her in and shit.
Like you going in the ass, you dicking in the ass, you gotta go slow first. You trying to sell a gigolo business in this joint. You trying to sell gigolo business. Was it good sex or just average because she couldn't take the dick?
It was good sex though, cause it was just good pussy, you know what I'm saying? We was living together, so we was fucking every day. But I had to take too many breaks and shit. So I'm like, damn, do you really fuck with me? Or is it too big for you? And then I had another bitch who was nice. She had a big booty, but she could take the dick. You know what I'm saying? The sex was popping. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't living with me and shit, but I just had bitches that could take the dick, you know what I'm saying, where I could fuck them every day.
Well, was the sex, well, we'll say, hold on. We ain't gonna get off track here. Excuse me, y'all, whatever. I know you can't see me over there. Hell, shout out to 28th Street. We in this motherfucker. C Stylez, Mike Raw, Genie, and don't forget the back block in this bitch too. All the thotty yaddies, I love y'all. Shout out to the thoughts need love too. Thoughts need love too.
You know what I mean? I had a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the shorty, Hershey, Chubby Chocolate, you know?
Chubby Chocolate. All right, I'm gonna move on. C Stylez, what do you think? Cause yo, C Stylez, we're gonna move on from comedy hour. C Stylez, you know. Now you see why I say this shit gonna be hilarious, but.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with him. I read the total package or whatever. But I mean, as I get older, I'm more appreciative of a female that treats me right or whatever. So if it's long as we both satisfying each other, but and you know the rest of it is dead, then
right. As long as she's satisfying you, but you can still think in your head, damn, this ain't like Tanika, you know what I'm saying, from the back block, you know what I'm saying, super thotty, but I can't wife her. I can't wife her. Right. Hold on, the sex not like that, but this is wifey material. But you know, sometimes you might be like, oh man, she ain't the nasty sloppy type, but you know, she's still wifey material. So that's why I had to ask you, like, could that help scale a little bit?
But it do scale it though, because like you said, I had the big booty joints to slide through the crib at night, and the shit was crazy to hit it different ways and shit. But she'd be like, damn, she cooked. I didn't even want to find out.
Yo, no, we need to know that. No, I gotta eat. Hold on, Gene. I just got finished. Hold on.
But I'm comparing them though, you know what I'm saying? It's not somebody, like you said.
I had a girl with a big booty. Not to cut y'all off, because I want to get the mic next. I had a girl with a big booty, and she could, listen, she definitely gonna feed you liquor and weed, but she ain't cooking nothing. I got hungry because we drinking, and I'm like, yo, I need to eat sometime. I be fucking the shit out your ass, and then you giving me these drinks and weed, and I'm hungry. And I'm like, she never worried about me eating. So you know what I did? I picked the other chick, and I moved in with her. So, I mean, because she was cooking meals and bringing them to the job. I said, oh, that's wifey material right there. So the good pussy ain't gonna make me choose you. The good won't really make me choose you. It'll make me think about you, but it won't make me choose you because I still need some other kind of treatment more than just the yams and hots.
Yeah, I feel you, bro, but she wasn't a total package. She was just somebody that you look down the street like, damn, I want to fuck her. And I had it. You dig me? Come on, let's get it. But let's get it in though.
Shout out to Miss Singletary. He right, you wasn't the total package. You was just showing our look and be like, I want to fuck the shit out of her, but she definitely cooked some good ass meals to go with some good head, but the sex ain't all of that, you know what I mean? But the scale is, I still chose the chick with the lesser sex and been with her for almost a year because she taking care of me, she cooking for me, she cared for me, supported. Liquor and weed and all that, man, I mean, boo, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you buying it, but I mean, if I'm sitting here talking about I'm hungry and you like, you want another drink? You want me to roll up again? I'm like, what? So let me get the C Stylez again and see where he can pick up on this perspective at and then get the mic.
Yeah, basically the same shit, like, cause if that's all you bringing to the table, then
Yeah, it's like,
I can
now.
find that
It's
anywhere.
Like, come on
yeah.
now.
I can find.
Some dudes go for that though, cause dudes be like,
That be the niggas that ain't never had no pussy. They ain't never had no bitch.
but I guarantee you them dudes get smart after a while and want something else. Tell the truth, cause what's happening, C Stylez, it's a void there, right? It's neglect there, right? It's something missing, right? It's just like you got the fried rice with no shrimp. The fuck? The fuck you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get me some shrimp. I'll be right back to eat the rice.
My thing is this though, you can coach them though, like to the ones that's not,
Coach K.
like you know what I'm saying, yeah, Phil Jackson, like you know what I'm saying, you coach them up to that, like you know what I'm saying, like to what you like, to how you want to be fucked, like you know what I'm saying, same way a bitch gonna want to coach you, like you know what I'm saying, you might try hopping some pussy, and you might just be.
Right. That ain't
No, you might,
get it.
I mean, she gonna be like, oh, like, what the hell, like, you gotta finesse this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So, same way, like, you can tell her, like, yo, listen, I like, yo, no, shorty, like, listen, take your time with it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I take the average with the package over the one with the good pussy, like, cause that's all you really worth at the end of the day, is like, you worth a fuck. But shorty over here, she... Cool. You can strengthen her fuck game, right? And then she already got everything else that you looking for. So like,
good pussy is what's the word I'm looking for? Is
Woo, baby. I love
like,
my baby. God damn.
That's based on opinion though, like for real, like technically, I mean,
it's based on the nigga, like
based on what the nigga like so. Yeah.
Like I know some niggas that like skinny chicks. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, her shit, this, that.
Right.
Bro, them skinny bitches, they be having that bone. Like, I'm not trying to.
That's quick to get.
You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm talking about, though? Like,
easy to get to.
you keep hitting that. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when I'm around Bone Thug. You ain't got nothing to worry about when I'm around Bone Thug. You ain't got nothing. That's my homie. We just brothers and sisters. That's it. That's incest to me. I don't touch, look appropriately. I keep my eyes on other prizes. Shit, no. Bone Thugs and me don't mix. That's like oil and water. That shit just gonna start popping. And it don't accumulate to anything. So my point is, I agree with you totally. Yes, that bone marrow shit, all that, you can feel it when you deep in and all that. It's deep. Yeah, my nigga. But, you know, I kind of like when the big Johns kind of like can't take it a little bit and kind of pulling away. It makes me feel like I'm conquering. With the skinny Johns,
but it's okay. I'm about to say the skinny Johns can take the work.
They take the pound.
The thicker Johns,
like we going count pound for count pound, and I'm like, hold on, I ain't trying to be here to prove to you I'll fuck you for minute. I'm just trying to make sure I show you how to put some.
At my age, I got nothing to prove.
Nothing at all. Nothing. So it's just like, come on now, I don't want to do this much work. So. Shout out to the thick sisters who move a little bit and act like they can't take it and all that. I kind of like that personally and can take it as well, that too. I'd rather that any day over Bone Thug. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. And no offense, hey, they got weight gainer programs. They got all kind of stuff. You know, they got new genetics for females and all of that. No discrimination. Whatever you like is your preference. You know, shout out to the Slim Johns that really do know how to do some shit and don't got bone marrow issues, though. Straight up, that could twirl it and wrap it around, all that shit. Y'all have a trick and a specialty too. A gift is a gift at the end of the day. And I ain't here to discriminate on nobody at the end of the day. You like what you like, and I like what I like. So let's move on. I'm gonna move on. If you dating, right, somebody and you in not a serious relationship, but you dating a chick, right? But you out, C Stylez and Mike. I want y'all two to answer this one. Then I'm gonna get to my nigga Country Wayne and ask Country Wayne what he think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, if you dating a chick and you out and you about to go and see another chick though, cause you free, you just dating a couple different chicks. You go to another chick house and the other chick that you dating pop up at her house while you there about to get some yams. What would you do first, Mike?
Why the fuck is she popping up at the other chick house though?
She
like,
looking for you because she.
But how she know I'm there though? Like you gotta go into details about this shit though. Like,
If she tracked you, you know the world we live in today with our phones. If she tracked you and found your location and she caught you in a lie saying you just got off of work, you going home, but you really going to bust somebody else down, and she just happened to pop up because she tracking you, and she rang the bell and asked for Mike.
she read the fuck.
Damn. She bold. Knocking on the door and asking by name.
First off,
Mike by
first off,
You dealing with
first
a fucking
off, shorty better have a
gangster.
ring camera. First off, and like, no, don't answer that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't answer that fucking door. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You in there?
chicks that be like,
Why you telling me don't answer my bell? Wow.
Bitch, she gonna turn into a homicide. Leave that shit the fuck alone. Don't answer that fucking door. Do not answer that door. Like, yeah, do not answer.
Well, what if,
do not
all right,
answer.
because there's a couple of scenarios.
Right.
All right, now, what if shorty you fucking with, well, the one that you at her crib is the rowdy one? Like, what you mean don't answer? Like he said, or what if the one that's knocking on the door is the rowdy type and now she ready to bust windows because you ain't coming out? How you gonna handle that?
yeah,
Man.
go from one.
Shit can get real. I ain't never been in that situation.
I'm out the back.
I have.
I'm out the back. And shorty gonna get this Apple Pay for the motherfucking windows. But I was not there. Like, listen, that's how that shit gonna go. I'm leaving out the back and
I'm gonna explain why I asked this question, because I like to embarrass people who not on the set, of course. But this is your own fault. You did this to yourself. And then they send me a text after watching a clip on IG and say, why are you still talking about this? This was 4 years ago. I'm gonna talk about this 40 years from now if I'm still here. You shouldn't have did this shit over and over. But anyway, Gene, what would you do if you was in that situation? If you got stalked. If you got stalked. If you got stalked. A man getting stalked by a woman. Popping up, cop blocking you at another chick house.
Ayo, so all right, not to cut you off, but why is it that cool when it's the female doing that to the man?
But if a
But if
man-
we doing that, we about to do what?
Time.
I don't
no,
know, 5 to
because
10.
no,
I'm
but
guessing.
because hear me out though, right? A nigga can't. You never supposed to check a nigga. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a fact.
I'm saying like if your chick cheating or whatever,
Right.
you check her. You don't check the nigga.
Right,
Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
But
it's-
You got
chicks don't-
immature
chicks don't-
niggas who think they the toughest motherfuckers in the world and then pop up at the crib like, is he there? And then boom, now y'all both
The
in
thing
a
is-
situation, you know what I mean? Because some shit go that left.
it's
They
never
really
going-
love that
it's
girl.
never-
Yeah.
it's
They thought that
never-
was her everything, and then this nigga doing it better. He might got more bread. He might got a fast car. You know
It's
what I'm
never
saying?
that serious. If he got her, he can have her.
Yeah, for sure. I
That's
agree.
always been the rule for me. Like if
But if
you
a girl
can
pop
get
up
her,
on
then
me-
you can have her, bro.
And I'm at the shorty crib and I'm doing my thing. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, listen, this bitch is crazy. You know what I mean? She's Looney Tune. I don't even fuck with her like that at all. So if you answer this shit, it might be a WWF world in this joint. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm gonna get to it real quick because I don't want to harvest on it too long. I got other stuff to ask y'all. So for me, I'm in that situation and it happened to me, and I'm about to bust this big donkey butt down, and I'm excited because the sex over here is an epic movie. But I don't know how. I definitely got a call and I got off work saying, where you at? And, and I was like, I'm going home. You not coming over? No, I ain't coming over. I'm just 2 months in, I'm talking to this chick and I'm like, you on my top too much. Let me go see somebody else. I'm like, I ain't committed. I'm over here. Shorty got on the short joints, bubble butt busting out the short shorts. And I'm just like, damn. All I hear is ding dong. I said, what the fuck? She like, who that at the door? This what the shorty say. You know what? That ain't nobody, because don't nobody ring my bell. It's late. That must be for the next door neighbor. They made a mistake. That shit wrong again. My heart start beating. Boom, boom, boom. I said, oh, shit. Then my phone ringing, too. and it's her. She said, why you ain't answering your phone? I said, I think that's my baby mom. I don't know what's going on. I start making shit up. I ain't gonna lie. I start making shit up and shit, you know what I mean? So I told her basically like, that's my baby mom. I think she trolling me or whatever. So she like, well, just go tell her that you ain't here with somebody else. You still fucking her? I'm like, fuck no. So the bell rang the third time while we having this exchange. So she want to answer the door. So I said, you want to answer the door? She said, yeah, I ain't hiding from nobody. I said, all right then. I went out the back door, hopped over the joint. Exit stage left. I'm out. I got the fuck out of there.
But yo, this is one thing that did happen. Like I said, I had multiple shorties, so I'm at the new joint crib. This bitch had the total package. She had a nice car, a nice crib. I never seen no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? That's when I just came home. I was a young buck. And then after we did it, she like, damn, Gene, you killed that shit. I'm like, 9 out of 10. She said, nigga, it was 11. I said, words. And my phone started ringing. She said, who the fuck is that? I'm like, I don't know, nigga. That shit rung again. She said, you know what, dog? You got too many bitches. Get the fuck out. I said, damn. Straight kicked me out. And that's the first time we did anything. I'm like, my shit must be explosive. You kicking a nigga out on the first date, nigga.
And was it good though?
Yo, that shit was popping. I just didn't think she was gonna kick me the fuck out. It was a never come back joint. It was a one and done. I'm like
Grace
damn.
said, one time was fine with me.
Okay.
I had a couple bad drinks. I ain't
That shit alone.
They fuck around, see this and want visuals and want to check and shit. C Stylez in here dissing and they know I'm ignorant. They know I don't really.
They already know.
They know I'm ignorant. Like they like he mad. He in his mad bag. He calling names out. No, it ain't that. It's that when you do stupid stuff, in my opinion, because I'm older, I feel like when you do stupid stuff, you gotta own that shit. You just gotta own that shit and don't be afraid for somebody to highlight it and talk about it. Anything that I did dumb, go ahead and highlight this shit because guess what? I'm gonna laugh with you and be like, damn, that was funny as shit. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm mad. When you talk about me, how you gonna let that? That was 4 years ago. I'm just looking at it like this. We all have funny moments in our life. We all done some dumb ass shit and it's all good. But I'm gonna highlight this shit because this called the Bay versus Bay show, not the Day versus Day show. So you could get mad, eat ass, talk trash, get glad, say all you need, but please believe we coming for that ass. You shouldn't have did that shit. You shouldn't have been, you shouldn't have knocked on another girl door when I'm about to go tear the walls of fire down. No fire intended, just all walls. You brought the fire, you was the fire. So at the end of the day, I got another one for y'all. Okay, is it true? And I'm gonna keep it real. This one for the ladies, really. They ask me, they text me, say, I want you to say this on that podcast stuff you talking about because I think it's true. Is it true that all black men that are in relationships cheat even if the sex is good and they're being taken care of?
Black men don't cheat.
That right there is 1,000% fact.
I agree.
Listen, I'm gonna be the first one because they asked me to, read it the way that they text it to me, and I'm gonna be the first one to say it that I don't cheat on my chick. The sex is good, she look good, we get along. I don't look for reasons. When I'm younger, I never look for reasons. Well, why man cheat? I don't know why the fuck I was fucking other bitches. I don't know, but I don't do that shit no more. All I can tell you is you get more mature, you know what I mean? You grow, you meet somebody who meets your needs and your mental needs too, because you gotta be fed in other ways. You can't just get fed with liquor and weed, you know what I mean? You gotta have somebody to care about you. And you ain't worried about looking around to go cheat, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we human beings, we not God, but at the same time, we not out here, I was just out with Gene at the bar on somebody else's birthday that didn't show up. And some chick came across and was whining her ass and all this old goofy shit. And I looked at her and I said, she trying to get our attention because she twerking right next to us. I mean, literally, she right here, twerking next to us. And I'm like, you see this shit, Gene? She trying to get somebody to holler. You know what I mean? But nobody paying this shit no attention. First of all, I'm just like, it's too easy. I don't know if this is a man or a woman. And she looked good, whether it was a man or a woman. No offense. It looked good. But It looked good, but that's not. See, I got a woman already. I'm good, and I don't know if I ever thought like that when I was younger, but I definitely think like that now. That's the black trump card for me. I don't need you. I got everything twerking over here. You keep on doing that old goofy shit for them niggas. When I left, I seen her hopping in some stranger nigga car, and there wasn't no nigga that she knew. We already knew she was trying to get me and this man attention and shit, not based on how we looked, what we had, but just based on conveniency and to see if we was trying to trick. I was hip to the game because we been around the block. We used to be at the bar, at the corner, all of that shit. We know what to expect when somebody trying to get close to you. But my point is, I'm content with the pussy and the woman and the mind and everything else that they come with. Ain't no need. Black men ain't looking for no options and all of that. That's some old shit that's made up in a woman's mind. You watching too much Tyler Perry, and listen, man, all I can tell you is we good over here, you know what I'm saying? Mike, what you got to say about this matter?
Black men don't cheat.
He said it already. Black men
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
cheat.
But
So hold on, black men don't cheat. So what was R. Kelly had a wife and P. Diddy was married. And what was they doing? You know what I'm saying? Hov was married too. You know what I'm saying? What was they doing? Because see, I got kind of like be that voice of reason. This damn goddamn bracelet pop off again. I'm going to slap the shit out you, you know what I'm saying? Because you supposed to make sure this shit was right.
Diddy's a swinger, so that shit don't count. That shit don't count. I ain't even getting into it with him though. Hov, his shit is not documented. That shit is just
All his shit is undisclosed because he know how to do the shit. It's private. It's just like hearsay, like what Superhead said, I put the condom on and I gave him some head and that was it. That was hearsay because we don't know if that was true. Everybody want their credibility to go up if you sold like a zillion records.
Right.
But if a nigga do cheat, I'm gonna be honest though, if a nigga do decide to cheat and allegedly, like you said, his woman is doing everything, the sex is good, she's doing everything, she can't be. She gotta be lacking in some type of area. Like, unless he just a nut ass nigga and just like, because I don't think no real nigga is gonna jeopardize their situation. Like, if their situation is A1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody perfect or whatever, but at the same time, if a nigga do decide to step out on a situation, it's because something is lacking. Like it's something lacking. Whereas though this other female caught on to that, and he, you know what I'm saying? He's like damn, my woman don't do this, like, or whatever the case may be. Same way, like a chick, like if a nigga, they nigga not doing something or whatever, another nigga gonna get her attention. She might not act on it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they more emotional with shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We more lustful with shit. So it's like when
Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, because I agree. Because I agree with him. I agree with him, but I was just going to add.
What you want to add next?
Just that on both ends, just it can be just out of total just greed or you know what I mean, like
it's out of lust.
Yeah,
like you're lusting, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When a female do what they do, whatever, half the time is on some spiteful get back shit.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when you look at it, that spiteful get back shit is emotional. So females cheat with emotion.
Right.
A nigga cheat on some lustful shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said, shorty in the bar twerking, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, my bitch at home, yeah, her ass fatter, but her shit ain't moving like that.
Right.
So automatically, like, you lusting over the way shorty moving her hips and shaking her ass, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool, you might run down on her, but there's no emotions involved. You ran down on her, so there's no emotions involved, like, whatsoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when a woman do it, it's totally different. They putting emotions in the shit.
They put love in.
They ain't gotta love the nigga or like the nigga, but it's the emotional shit, whereas though, oh, my nigga did me dirty, so I'm gonna get him back. They're moving off emotions.
Right.
We don't think like that. We're just moving off of lust. Like, we're lusting over this bitch right now or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
I
I've
agree
been in
with
that
that.
situation. I don't mean to cut none of y'all, but that's what I was dealing with my kids' mom. Whenever we had situation like that happen, which was only one time, you were all in a romanticizing type of situation with a man, And it ain't just getting your rocks off and boom, 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 boom. You right back home like, I don't give a fuck about that person. I'm glad to be back home. No, you happy to be out the house and you happy to spend time with this person and you looking forward to it. Like, now don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong looking forward to a dick down or dicking somebody down. But what I mean is you looking forward to a relationship outside of your own. And that's where it's like, okay, you need to not be with this man. You need to just give it up and go be with this other nigga because now you in love with somebody else. Or even if you're not, you're emotionally connected to them because they're giving you something that I'm not giving you. And you're utilizing that as your crutch to keep on doing what you're doing. And, you know, shout out to Thought Nisha. It's all good. I'm not even mad. Thought Nisha, you did that shit. You know you was wrong. It's cool. This the Bay versus Bay show. I told you I was going to get you back, though. It's all good, though. When the sponsor send a check to my name, I'm going to say, thank you, Thought Nisha. Thank you. It's all good. I ain't even mad at you, though. I'm just going to let you know, though, a thought always going to have thoughtatious type of behavior. And you can't change a thought's leopard stripes. It is what it is. You can move a thought out the projects, but she's still going to be the thought from the projects. It's all good. And I'm not saying that the shorty was really like a ratchet, but when the situation occurred, that's when it let me know, like, you could easily go from being wholesome to Thought Nisha. And it could happen. Like, for example, you can go from being, what's the chick, J-Lo to J-Ho in a minute. You know what I'm saying? In a minute.
Yo, my man Reed said, man, these bitches is horrific. I said, man, they horrible.
Horrible.
They horrible.
Horrible.
He said, man, they horrific.
They horrific. They said, you know, they were like, you can't turn a good girl bad because she gone forever. That is really true, but at the same time, it would be so far gone, you'd be like, who the fuck is that? You was all right, you was really decent. Now, you let, I guess, your emotions and anger channel you to being angry to be like that. I think men don't, I'm not going to do that. If you hurt me, I'm not going to go and be like, I might not have no feelings, but I never really had feelings to begin with. You earned those feelings.
Oh, you're a good nigga, because if a bitch hurt me, I'm going for the jugular. I'm going to try to hit everything in her squad moving. Like, I'm going to hit everything moving that's close to her on purpose. Like, I'm being honest. Like, a chick cheated on me before.
A mail lady could deliver the mail and you'd be like, you know, your husband knocked me up. The one you used to be married to. Look at this shit. Look at this. You got my.
I had a chick cheat on me before, and and she don't even know about my get back, and my get back was the craziest. If it ever hit surface, she didn't want to kill herself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
my gets back bees.
Yo,
yeah.
shit. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna go into details. I ain't gonna go into details. But just know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that goofy shit.
Yo, leave it alone. Yo,
Listen, I know how I do it. I told this John, yo, shout out to Miss Tampa, my homie from Tampa. We go back from years, you know, we met back in 2020. My homegirl, we ain't in no, you know, this is my homegirl. Homegirl said, why you be doing all of that shit? I said, because y'all be trolling. And when you troll a podcast or a IG or Facebook or whatever, you're going to see something you don't like. And that's because you created this. So if you on my side, this won't affect you. But if you got some type of, you trolling, you definitely going to get exposed. That's why, because you did this shit, Thought Nisha. You did this shit.
And the worst get back that I had them feeling sick is if you do everything that they wanted you to do with the next one.
that's what it's really about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
that would have them feeling so fucking sick and low. What was the movie? Acrimony or some shit?
Acrimony, yep.
Man, she was sick. Bitch turned homicidal.
Yeah, she like, I'm killing this.
Like, he gave the other chick her whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, that's what you get. You should have stuck around.
Yeah, and more. All right, so I'm going next one. I do it. I'm not one too long, dwelled on it. So is it true that black couples have a harder time staying together due to economical, society struggles and gossip and looking at other people's couples and wishing on a star? Or is it just a myth that black couples have a harder time staying together and they just listening to the outsiders. Is it a myth, or do black people really do have a harder time staying together based on society?
Black couples have a hard time staying together because of social media. Those are the only ones that don't stay together. Black couples have a hard time staying together because of social media.
Nah.
Because of everything everything that he just said though.
Yeah, all right,
economics
okay.
and like we're gonna go with finances, we're gonna go with relationship goals. Everybody's on social media comparing their lifestyle and their relationships to this motherfucking celebrity couple or with this like that's why I'm like it's social media. Just think about it though. Before, what was the first joint? Black Planet or some shit? Then at the Black Planet, it went to Facebook. And then from I apologize. It went from Black Planet to MySpace. Then from MySpace to Facebook. Then Facebook to Instagram.
AOL, wasn't AOL.
Whatever, but whatever it was though, right? Before
My first
this
joint was
shit,
Black Planet though. That's
but I'm just saying though. Before this shit got to how it was now,
that's funny.
bro. Everybody. Motherfuckers had to meet people the regular way. Niggas had a pen in their pocket, like and all the other shit. They just slide somebody DM.
Yo,
like
that's the craziest thing.
But nobody know you and your chick was together. They had to see y'all out to know y'all was together.
Right.
But now, whatever, they just you might. What was it when that shit was popping? MCM. So every Monday your chick throwing you up. Right. Every Wednesday you throwing her up. Right. Now everybody gonna think y'all broken up. Let a Wednesday go past and you don't throw your chick up. Let a Monday go past and she don't throw you up. That's an open door. That's an open door for a nigga to slide in her DM.
Yeah, that's Tupac Biggie.
Open door for a nigga to slide. A bitch to slide in your DM.
You know what?
Everything is like you know what I'm saying, influenced off of social media.
You know what had me messed up on that? You right about that too. What had me messed up is when I first got on social media and I didn't know that everything I'm doing, she could see that shit, and I hit like. And every time I hit like, she was like, all you doing is liking fat asses. And then we started gang warring. I'm at work getting phone call. I'm at work with him. Me and him used to work together. I'm working with him and she calling me, yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, you got this big butt chick. You like every big butt chick. You know what? I'm sick of you. I'm tired of you. And I don't know why you married me. All you want is big butt chicks. And I'm like, I just hit like button. I didn't know it was a problem.
And I ain't hold you. I'm so happy Instagram took that shit off.
Where you can
remember
see,
how if you got over 1,000 followers, you couldn't see. Oh, I think it was if you had over 1,000. If you had over 1,000 followers, if you was following over 1,000 people or something, you couldn't see the following thread where you could see everybody actions, where everybody was doing, who commenting on this. So everybody would make sure they shit stay under $9.99. Like they would make sure they shit was under 1,000 joints because you could just go to following.
I never knew that's why people was doing that.
Bro, that's why people wasn't.
I knew it was a reason.
Because you couldn't see everybody's. You couldn't see everybody's actions. But now that it's not on there no more though. Yeah, bro. Like, what you talking about? They kept their shit under 1,000 followers. That way they can watch the news feed basically to see all the shit you doing. Everybody that you know what I'm saying? Shit, I fell victim to this shit. A chick that I was talking to one time, like damn, what the fuck, like. She ain't hit me up all fucking day.
But she been liking shit all day.
I go right to the following shit like, damn, this bitch on Instagram all fucking day though. Like she liked this commented on this person, like the fuck. So I know her phone work. Like bitch on Instagram, like
your shit
you know
on.
What I'm saying? Like,
your shit on.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
see, that's why I'm glad because I'm the type of nigga that text exactly that. I see your phone work.
What the fuck?
Like, I see, cause you been talking to everybody all day except for me. Yeah,
we had homies, bro, that don't post.
Ooh, shout out to Mikey Smalls, cause he do the same shit. Me and him do the same thing.
Like we had homies, right? They don't post or nothing on Instagram. All they do is just watch, right? But they can tell you every fucking thing that's going on. And I used to wonder why, like, how the fuck? Nigga just watching the following joint.
I hated that shit like, so bad.
But y'all do agree though, you know what I'm saying? Because when I first met my joint and we started like getting serious and shit, she would call her her peoples and shit. My bad.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna pick up anyway. Now, I'm gonna say this.
Yo, pick up that phone before they be knocking on the door.
No, that's an alarm. That's an alarm for my seizure medicine. Yeah. But no, look, let me break that joint down though. like I said, like the shorty got sisters, you know what I'm saying? And her sister got they got a nice ass crib and shit out West Philly and shit. And my joint's not as nice and shit. And every time she called these niggas.
Man, I was in a shit crib that had roaches. I still was tagging it. I seen roaches coming out. I'm like, damn, fuck this crap. You know what? I don't give a. You know what? You know what? Maybe I thought we were so. Man, fuck. I can't stop. Man, listen. Man, fuck. But go ahead.
But like I said, and she like every time she call us, and she like, yo, how is Gene and shit? She like, this nigga cool. You know what I'm saying? He chilling. He at work, you know what I'm saying? He don't really be doing shit. And this bitch in my phone and shit. And she like, yo, when I'm in your phone and shit, why you don't say nothing? Because you ain't got nothing to worry about, my nigga. Everything you tripping on is off of the Instagram. You chasing a fantasy instead of reality. Yeah. So you trying to base me off of the pictures and the likes and shit, and I don't even like these bitches. Some of these people on the gram, I never met none of these motherfuckers. Yeah. These niggas is strangers.
That part.
These motherfuckers are strangers. And I had to tell my chick right currently, like, yo, all that stuff is entertainment. Like, you looking at them chicks that be on my pages and posted. Stefan probably did that shit. You don't know. I got motherfuckers who post for me to help me out, to try to pull you in, and you fell for the bait. That's what you get for the trolling. Don't ever get caught up into what that is, because if you know what my real lifestyle is, you will know them bitches don't exist. It's just you. So if you worried about likes, hoes, or the asses that I post all that shit. And he helped me, all the people I know, I tell them, look, help me repost this and whatever. And they'll do it. But if you caught up in that, we ain't gonna never have opportunity to grow and be a power couple. We ain't gonna never have a chance to help other couples in need of.
And I told her this, I'm like, when I met you, you didn't even have shit. You know what I'm saying? And I could have left you right there.
Hold on. We gonna cut that part off. Edit that out, and we gonna move on. He's starting trouble. He wants some smoke. This ain't the smoke podcast. Hold on, I don't want smoke. He talking about when I met you. Hold on. When I met you, I admit my first thought was the trick. You look so good, I'll suck when you're dead. Hold on. That's too much, Biggie. That's too much, Biggie. That's too much. You got to know when to cut the door. God damn it, don't say all of that on the podcast. Everybody watching you. You know why I get mad? I turn a mad dog because the guy wants to tell the whole world, when I met you, you ain't have, but hold on, we don't care because she cares and now she heartbroken. You got to watch this shit 10 years from now and say, hold on, why you say that shit? We wasn't on bad terms. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect you and your woman and mine too. I ain't saying nothing bad about Ben. You ain't saying nothing bad about yours either. Don't give the autobiography until you get paid. All right, let me move on. So the thing that I had that was going on that was real good last time, I was talking about one of the funniest, well, I should say not the funniest, one of the most craziest rap battles. You remember we talked about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I was like, damn, the beginning of the year they was going at it and all that. It turned out to be a whole album. So I'm gonna ask C Stylez about it, but before we go into that, I'm gonna just say this. I was inspired by the album so much so that I'm gonna come out with a mixtape album and I'm dissing Big Butt Brittany, the whole album. I'm dissing Big Butt Brittany and a couple others too. Humpty Dumpty, I'm dissing her. Miss Miami, I'm dissing her too. I got the whole album and I'm just chopping up. This is a mixtape. It's not a real album. It's a mixtape. It's underground. I'm jacking beats. I'm taking all of y'all. I'm chopping y'all up, putting you in a blender, and I'm drinking you and serving you to the world to see. But that was all because I seen what Kendrick Lamar and Drake did, and it made some money. So, hey, allow me to laugh at my own pain when I diss y'all hoes on that album. It's coming soon. Mixtape with all thoughts getting chopped. All thoughts getting chopped.
My first song gonna be called Tisha. I'm chopping that shit down. Chopping her down, you heard me.
It's just all of this is gonna be 8 songs. But it's a whole album full of disses. Every song gonna be about 3 minutes, 50 seconds long of all disses. All disses. I'm talking about your mama, your grandma. I'm talking about your uncles, your baby fathers. I'm going in. Anything that's not getting touched is the kids. Old school 3 verses, not even a quick 2 verses no more. Old school 3 verses, all chopped and screwed, mixed in between, singing on some of the hooks, you know what I'm saying? Auto-tune, all of that. You getting it. Best believe the album's coming. But I heard Drake and Kendrick Lamar album, well, mixed battle, whatever you want to call it. And I kind of like, yo, that was one of the craziest battles because when Jay and Nas did it and when Biggie and Pac did it, it was only like 2 songs here, 1 song there. Wasn't really much to really be like, I'm waiting on a response. Ain't no response. That's it. Ether and this 1 song or 2 songs from Jay, and that's pretty much it. But what do you think when you heard that this shit was an album full of, I'm going to try to prove my point and go back and forth with you, or I should say, we're going to extend this battle and make it a whole album. What was you thinking, C Stylez, when you heard that? Because I'm a little biased. I'm a Drake fan. I like Kendrick too, but I like Drake a little bit more because my ears just seem like it just speak to me a little bit more volumely, and I'm not a West Coast guy. But I'm biased, so go ahead.
I mean, I'm going to keep it a being. I listen to way more Drake music than I listen to Kendrick. But everything that was exposed during that beef, I already, like, I seen it already. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was already like, well, first of all, Meek said it. Meek said a lot of it. Pusha T said a lot of it. So it was just the way Kendrick is a bigger artist than them.
Yep.
So it was amplified more. But I feel like Drake is not used to somebody using his strategy against him.
That was true.
And the way that went, that shit backfired on him completely, and he thought it was going to go down just, all right, we're going to rap. No, we're going to rap. We're going to play all the little IG games and secret drops on YouTube, and we're going to make a dance song out of it and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to use my influence to embarrass you. And
Let me ask you a question though, right? So, how can you diss a nigga though that you gave flowers to?
I mean,
I'm just saying though, like, you know what I'm saying? If you go back to Drake album, right? Go back to Take Care.
Right.
Bury Me Alive.
Right.
That was Kendrick.
I thought
that was Kendrick. That was Kendrick on Drake album.
That's the name of the song?
On Bury Me Alive, right? And that was called Bury Me Alive, right? Yeah. That whole joint, he giving Drake his flowers.
At the Marvin's Room or something like that.
Yeah, it came on right at the Marvin's Room, right? You giving Drake his flowers, this, that, and the third, or whatever. But now it's like you up and you.
But that happens
you feeling
at every
yourself
battle.
now.
That happens at every battle if you think about it.
Woohoo.
Because Nas and Hov was trying to get Nas on his first. He was trying to get him on Reasonable Doubt.
He's trying to get him to take a bait.
He was supposed to be on Presidents. That wasn't supposed to be on. That wasn't supposed to be. I mean, it was supposed to be him on the hook,
voice,
but it wasn't supposed to be a sample. It was supposed to be his actual voice and a verse.
But what I'm saying though, when you listen to the actual lyrics of Bury Me Alive, you're really giving this man, yo, this the only nigga that gave me an opportunity. He gave me a chance.
To come on his first tour.
I mean,
So now that's like saying fucking Daniel's son bigger than Mr. Miyagi.
Right. But even on,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
on Volume 1, he said, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. So he was basically giving him his flowers too. Like,
true.
And then they end up, and then even with the Biggie and Pac shit.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the same thing. They was giving each other, they was giving flowers at first or whatever, and then it turned into some other bullshit. Then if you go even further back than that, you know, I'm a hip hop boy, like, so you even go back into, what is it, LL and damn, what's the old head name? Kumo D, yeah. They was cool at first too. Like, I mean, like, so that goes to what they call it. Rivals become. I mean, your idols become rivals. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, are you inspired by somebody? But
Kendrick Lamar did a feature on Big Sean album a few years back and started the beef with the Control verse when he came at Drake and J. Cole and a few other artists on there saying, I'm better than y'all. In basic statements and then forms where he kept saying it. And Drake didn't like that shit. So it kind of like started it from then, but it wasn't exposed. And then I heard it escalated with a lot of secret disses.
Well, everybody, I'm about to say, everybody that was mentioned kind of start throwing their shit at each other or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Little splash shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Right.
We ain't homies no more because I just told y'all Even though I fuck with y'all, I feel I'm better than y'all, and I'm coming for y'all.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
That's like Ja Morant coming at Seth Curry. We know Seth got full range. Ja Morant got a donut, but Ja Morant's right now, so he like, I'm coming for you. You know, but at the same time, I still feel Seth is that fucking unbelievable, once-in-a-life generation talent. You know, not knocking.
Even to speak to your point, though, remember on one of them, I forgot what song it is, but Drake was talking about how he could have took somebody on tour, but he ended up taking Kendrick and them on tour instead. Like he could have went with he could have went with like bigger artists, but he went with them instead. Like so, it was like.
But I do agree with y'all because remember when Jay-Z and 50 Cent was beefing? I remember that. And 50 Cent was like, whatever you did, I did that shit in a year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a young boy, so I was like, I looked up like the shit and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? First of all, Jay-Z is worth way more than 50. But even at that time, I think Jay-Z was on fire. But then I heard the 50 Cent joint, but I didn't even know these niggas was beefing like that. Cause I was a young boy, you know. This one was the CDs was out. Where you had to put your shit in the stereo.
The 03, when 50 first blew at that first album, a lot of niggas had beef with 50. Jay was one, and 50 was about to diss him, but he didn't say his name.
No, they already had beef.
Yeah, they already had beef.
Like
$2. About $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? That was when it was over.
Honestly, to be honest with you, 50 Cent owe that nigga. Because if we never heard that Jay line, Jay was already Jay. We didn't know who 50 was.
Because that's a double entendre, because at that time frame, not me being hit to who the fuck 50 Cent was, I'm just thinking he was saying like, I'm about $1, what the fuck is 50 Cent? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then when I'm like,
easy, like I said, he fucked him up easy.
Oh shit. He fucked him up. I'm like, oh shit.
Just like how he said that right now, that's how I feel. I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas was beefing? And then when I started playing back the songs,
And
I was
you
like,
know what
okay.
it was? Because back then, another way to make a name for yourself was to do the whole come at niggas, and that's what 50 did. He jacking the whole industry, and he was coming at everybody. I mean, 50 made a whole record about everybody. It wasn't just Jay-Z. He made Puff, Mace getting robbed, Biggie, everybody was in the song. You know what I mean? And just Jay was the only one who responded back. But see, if one person that's big respond back, now you got a name, and now you got a deal, and now we want to hear your response back to Jay-Z's I'm about $1 with the fucking 50 Cent. And although there was never real response, because they told him, you better off going at Ja Rule, because that's a lesser opponent, and you could chop him up, and you could still be on the rise. You ain't got to worry about the comeback. With Jay, you gotta worry about the comeback from Beanie, him, Memphis Bleak, the whole camp. The whole camp. Smart as fuck, because Jay ain't the one you wanna go at. You ain't Nas, nigga. You don't wanna go at that nigga because he got a whole camp of dogs. All they do is sit back and be waiting for battles. You don't wanna go. Young Chris would have ate 50 up.
And I fuck with 50.
But I know Young Chris. Young Chris would have fucked that nigga up back then. It's just you not ready for some of these niggas' this lyrical contact. But your business smart strategy is impeccable. And the way that you market your shit is more impeccable. So it was smart that he went at Ja Rule and Fat Joe, and even took a shot at Jadakiss, because Jadakiss got on the record. But that was all based on Ja Rule, because whoever helping Ja Rule, I'ma diss them too. That's all that was. He couldn't fuck with Jada and them. He knew that.
So he better leave Jada the fuck alone. That shit ain't gonna end well. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna end well.
Lying about Jada.
No.
Nigga, love your vocals, but
that
your
was
ass
basically
is vocal.
Yep.
You ain't had no other comeback. They made, you know what they did? They did what Kendrick and Drake did way before Kendrick and Drake did. They made a whole mixtape album about 50. I listened to the joint, I was like, this, that shit hot as shit. They ripping 50 apart. All of them, Styles P, Sheik Luch, J Hood, Jadakiss, they all like, yeah, we used to love you, now we busting up your shit on a fucking bubble, nigga. We busting the weed down on your CD, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they ripping them, making whole albums about him. He not responding, because he know the smoke will blow you the fuck up.
And because he was, at the time, he was who he was.
He was a big ass star, so he didn't have to
he
reach
had control
down.
of, all of them was signed to Interscope.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest artist on Interscope. I
He the
control
biggest artist, so
everything.
why swoop down?
All right, you got an album coming out. I bet you it ain't gonna come out.
Yeah, that's true. Cause he is slow to the whole
June
thing
12th.
down.
I bet you it won't reach.
And that's the power he had. So I move on to that. The year's closing. We going into a whole nother year. Do you think that was the Kendrick and Drake battle was one of the most craziest battles of all times that you heard and seen of all times? One of them, or no, I ain't saying it's the greatest. I'm saying, was it one of them because of how it was a whole album and it was a lot of back and forth and back anticipation, and I ain't seen a battle like that in many years. But what I'm saying was that one of the best battles, and if it wasn't, then give me 3 battles between rappers that was more anticipated, or I should say, had a longer length.
Shit, all that shit stemmed down to Hov and them. You gotta think about it. Hov and Nas, right? Then State Prop and D Block, like them battles.
Yep.
This is around the time like when I was selling CDs for Turk and shit. Like them battles was like real, was real bad. Like that shit is on site
really
if I
can
see
go
you.
down.
Like
Shit
damn, a nigga
really
might get
can go
killed
down.
over this battle type
Real
shit. Like
rap.
you know what I'm saying? So that shit was just like. It was an alright battle commercialized, like for commercial purposes and monetizing and shit. But as far as like lyrical and on some like real rap, like rugged shit, it gotta go back to Hov and Nas, State Prop and D Block, Beans and Kit. Like it gotta go. Like those was like them battles was crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Them battles was crazy.
But what you was gonna say, C Stylez?
And then even our era, underground rap, it had even back then, Headshot versus Top Class. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or you
Like,
could say
even
State
though
Prop versus Major Figures.
Yeah, State Prop, that was early. That was early in the game, the beginning. 99, yup, that was crazy. Because Gilly and Beanie hated each other. And I heard that story from, I'm going to tell you who was the middleman of the story. Birdman told the fucking story. Birdman said, nah, Beanie sucker punched Gilly and Gilly ran. That's why I ain't signed that nigga. Cause I don't fuck with bitch ass niggas. This is what Birdman said. And I could play it back. It's on YouTube. He said, I ain't signed that nigga cause we was in, this is how he talk. We was in Philly. We was in Philly. And he walked in the store, in the sneaker store, and then, Beanie walked in, and Gilly was right there. And
You gonna have Birdman sitting right there. I ain't playing with none of y'all no more.
And the Beans was
No more.
he was a bully.
I came
Niggas
all
ain't
the way.
wanna fuck with Beans because that shit was real in reality.
Listen, he
you know what I'm
was a bully. I seen him in real life.
that nigga is big as shit, though, back then. He was the wild ass nigga, he big as shit. Nigga was intimidated. Niggas like, they don't fuck with that nigga. That's why they put him in the movie. You notice he was in all the movies as a bully.
Stu.
No, real shit, no. That was really him.
Really
Like,
him. He was like,
One of them niggas that will sucker punch you. So they like, we gonna make a movie about your character in real life. They put that shit in the motherfucking Paper Soldiers and all that shit. Yeah, but point I'm making is, Birdman said, that's why I ain't signed the nigga. I had him already working under me, writing for me and other people, but I wouldn't put his shit out or sign him directly because he got punched by Beanie and ran.
But that's how
On South Street.
But that's how it was though.
On South Street. but hold on. Listen, if I'm looking at how Beanie looked back then and how Gilly looked, even though Gilly was a tough ass nigga.
he was little as shit. He's still little as shit.
He was a little nigga. He tough by words and all that. But if you get hit by a big ass Beanie back then, I don't know if you that tough no more. I just don't think you going. I don't know, man. You can't fool me, nigga. I'm from North Philly too, nigga. And I'm just as old as you. I ain't as old as you, Gilly, but I know for a fact that if Beanie hits you, nigga, you running. Fuck out of here. Unless you got your gap and you just gonna pull your gap. If you ain't pulling the gap out, you not rumbling that nigga. Cause what nigga stood up and rumbled that nigga? It wasn't documented. So nigga, you ran. You ran. I'm not gonna call no names, but I believe the story because I seen that nigga. He was a wide body ass, big ass, Rexosaurus ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was, you know what I mean? I was looking at him like, Well, damn, he the type of nigga you just gotta shoot. Don't even, I mean, and one shot ain't gonna do him in. He might get shot right here and still be like, nigga, what's up? On some shit like, yo, you gotta shoot Beanie 18 times, not 9. You think you could shoot, you gotta do him 2 times, you did 50. 18 shots.
A couple times already.
He did get hit a couple times. But see, that big, you know, them big wild bodies, they bears. And bears not easy to kill. So Gilly, you ain't built like a bear. So nigga, I know you got the hottest podcast out, one of them.